Recording. All right, if you are on here with me live, it appears as though we had some technical difficulties and I had to reach out to Zoom chat to get them fixed. So let me get this shared here on Facebook. And hey, Kim, alrighty, you were able to make it in. So I'm glad the link worked. I'm going to get this shared here in my group on Facebook so that way we can go ahead and get started. Once again, thank you for your patience. This was a Zoom technical difficulty. So let me go ahead and get everything set up and then we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you again, everyone, for your patience and participation. So give me just a few minutes, no more than 2, and we should be able to go ahead and get started. And once again, we have a special guest this evening. Thank you so much, Ms. Kim, for joining in with us. I really appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday to be here, especially as your little one recovers for surgery on her wisdom teeth.
Thank you.
All right, so I just want to get this linked over to Facebook from Zoom so that way we can go live from my various pages. It's getting set up now. How's she doing? Is she feeling better?
She's feeling very well, thank you. I'm sitting here doing her hair, so multitasking like moms do, right?
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. I know I had my wisdom teeth pulled when I was, gosh, I think it was like 23 when they had it done, and I was so out of it because of the anesthesia. It was crazy.
Yeah, she did a great job. I was so proud of her. You know, I was actually kind of had a tear in my eye, because I was like, oh my gosh, my baby, but she was a trooper.
Good, good. Well, it's always scary when they go under. I mean, any type of surgery is scary.
Exactly.
All right, so it looks like we are, let me hit go live and then make sure that we're on my page, and then I will go ahead and start this webinar because we've got people that have been patiently waiting. Oh, she's got a lot of hair.
Yes.
Reminds me of back in the day when Mom used to do my hair and I would squint and scrunch and she had to pop me with the comb.
Right. Every now and again, I'll see her go like, ooh, ooh.
That is funny. Reminds me of back in the day. I miss my mom. Okay.
I know you do.
Yes, yes. Tell her to enjoy these moments. All right, so it looks like we're live. I'm just going to get this shared in a couple of places, and then I'll go ahead and get started. Once again, thank you, everyone, for your patience. We can blame Zoom for this one. All right, just a couple of quick places. And like I said, I will go ahead and get started. Got to be careful on Facebook. I don't want to end up on punishment again. All right, so I'll just start small. We will go ahead and go live. So for everyone that's here today, once again, thank you for your patience. I'm gonna go ahead and get started sharing my screen and we will launch right now. Oh, we've got someone else. Thank you so much for joining in. Glad to have you. Please put your chats in the chat box and I will be sure to look over everything at the end and answer any questions that you may have. Feel free to comment, engage, and share as I appreciate your participation in this webinar. You are here this evening because you want the free training on how to maximize your income at your job without asking or waiting for a raise, and use this as an additional income stream. And I am here to share this information because I know your time is valuable. We're gonna go ahead and hit the ground running. For those who do not know me, my name is Cecilia Morris, and I am known as the engineer by education and home business owner by desire. And in 2003, I knew my long-term goal was to work for myself and get the tax benefits of being my own corporation. I had been in enough jobs by then that I knew how being a corporation works and the tax benefits of having that as an entity for yourself. I've been in network marketing for over 10 years and affiliate marketing for a little over 2 years. And I was blessed enough in January of this year, 2018, to start my own personal coaching business where I help people in brick and mortar businesses use digital marketing strategies to grow, build, or improve their business and their online presence. So during this presentation, you are getting VIP access. You are going to learn how to bring home more money on your paycheck. You're going to learn why you don't want to wait on your tax return each year and how you can use this new knowledge that I'm going to share with you to save money, eliminate debt, and improve your credit and your lifestyle. And I've asked Kim to be our guest speaker this evening because she is part of this program. And I just wanted her to share some of the benefits that she's gotten from the knowledge that she's learned by being part of our tribe. So why is this information that I'm going to share with you so important? Well, if you are currently working a job, which I know a lot of you are, then you need to know how to maximize your take-home pay. Once you do that, then you need to learn the tools that you will need to know what to do with that extra money. And in today's economy, you really do need multiple streams of income. And I must say, right before I started this webinar, I was watching a video done on PBS Frontline. I don't know if you have Think TV in your area, but it was a whole hour-long show they did on the city of Dayton, talking about how the population in Dayton is half of what it was 50 years ago, and how when manufacturing and factory jobs moved out of Dayton, it pretty much decimated the city. And I'm watching these documentaries of people who are going to food pantries twice a month, who are struggling to get by every day. The government poverty level is like $24,000 and some change. Could you imagine living off of that if you are a family of 4? So in today's economy, you definitely need to have multiple streams of income because the good paying jobs just are not here like they used to be, unless you have intellectual knowledge or you invent something that the economy needs. So let's talk about your why for being here today. So when I was doing my research, I found that 230 people in the United States join a network marketing company every single hour. That's 230 people an hour. And that's because they're looking for time freedom, more money, which, like I said, that documentary really hit the nail on the head. And for it to be about my city, the place that I've lived for the last 22 years, that says a lot. A lot of people want to quit their job because they're just not getting the recognition. They don't have financial security. And then a lot of people just want a better life. They want to be able to do things for their family, their kids, their parents. Like I am part of that sandwich generation. I don't have any children, but I do take care of my parents. My mother, before she went to heaven, God rest her soul, and then I still take care of my dad. Both of them were in their 80s. So people are looking for a way to improve their lives by any means necessary. So go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what's your why. Why is it that you want better for yourself and your family? If you want to quit your job, let me know you want to quit your job. Or you may be one of those people out there that really likes your job and you just want more opportunity to make some more money for savings, for paying down debt, and then of course investing. So give me a comment, let me know your why. So to make sure you're in the right place, this webinar is for you if you want to get more money out of your paycheck, if you want to create time and family freedom, if you want to improve your lifestyle, and you want to build a business online. The days of three-way calls, hotel meetings, and home parties are far behind us because in today's economy, there is a better and easier way to do things, and that's doing it online. I would have never met Kim had it not been for online marketing. So I want you to know before we get started that your lack of success is not your fault. It could be because you haven't been shown the tools available to you for legally maximizing your take-home pay from your job. What's everybody scared of? They're scared of the IRS. Well, with the information I'm going to share with you, this information is actually recommended by the IRS because you're letting them take too much money from your paycheck. You're going to learn or you haven't been shown why it's important to bring home more money on your paycheck instead of waiting on your tax refund each year. And you just haven't been told or shown how to be a solutions provider for yourself and your family. The whole goal of this webinar is to show you how to maximize your income and generate more time for yourself. So once you implement what you learned today, you will know how to maximize your income at your job, how to have an online business without selling physical products, and how to have a conversation where you are considered a problem solver and not a slimy salesperson. If any of you have been there feeling like a slimy salesperson, drop me a 1 in the comments, because before I learned how to do online marketing, I felt like that all the time, especially when I'm talking to people I've never met before. So we're going to get over that here this evening. So what this is not and who it is not for, just to be clear, this is not an overnight success program. To put it in perspective, I spent 4.5 years working on my industrial engineering degree and another 2 years on my MBA. What I'm going to share with you this evening, you will be able to implement tomorrow morning when you go back to work. And that's why I like to do these webinars on Sunday, so you can hit the ground running on Monday. This is not for people that do not want to put what they learn into action. As Kim will tell you a little later, it's not that hard, but you have to do the work. It's not about spending countless hours learning a program that's so complicated you'll never use it. In the words of that lady who got famous, ain't nobody got time for that. And this is not for people that are not open to building their business online. That's super important because what I do is all online. As I said, that's how me and Kim met. That's how I met a lot of people that I've done business with over the last 2+ years. And it's definitely not selling you a do-it-yourself program. I'm all about hands-on. I'm all about support. I'm all about giving you an opportunity to learn and grow with us as a tribe, doing the same thing that we're going to show you how to do this evening. So my story, and I'm going to make it really quick just to let you know who I am and what my background is. I was an unemployed college graduate with an engineering degree and no engineering job. After I graduated from college, it took me 2 years before I got my first engineering job. And then I became a paycheck whore for the last 25 years. But while I was looking for a job, I got started network marketing, and I quickly exhausted my warm market of family and friends. If that sounds like you, drop me a 2 in the comments, because after you run out of your family and friends, who do you have to talk to? Well, this is back in the day. I won't date myself, but it was before I learned how to do online marketing. When I did speak to new people, I sounded really insecure and desperate talking to strangers. And I did everything my upline told me to do. You know, the 3-foot rule, form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Everybody was my prospect. I did all of that. And then when I got good at it, the company that I was with was temporarily shut down by the FTC. Go figure, right? They have since reopened, but once a company gets that type of reputation, it's really hard to start over. And when I did, all my old school skills did not work. So if that sounds like you, drop me a 3 in the comments. If you tried all those old school methods and you found yourself on the hamster wheel, give me a 3 in the comments or the chat box. So what I discovered was I needed to find a company and a way to build my business that was based on me and not the company that I was with. So a little more on my story. So what I did, I invested $3,000 to learn how to be an online marketer, and then I invested more to get good at it. Don't panic. I'm not asking you for anything close to that. We're not even going to even touch that. That's just what I did. But I'm going to tell you about investing in yourself. Just like with any other skill, you have to invest in yourself. But as part of this webinar, we're not even going to touch that, okay? We're not even talking 3 figures, let alone 4. We're not even talking $50, to be honest. So just stay calm, stay cool, and stay until the end, because I have some super special bonuses that I want to offer those of you who stay until the end. So with that investment, I was able to have a Facebook page just 2+ years later with over 21,000 followers. And I have over 300 videos on Facebook and YouTube. I have over 2,400, now 25 and some change on LinkedIn. And I just started that December of last year, 2017. I have a website with over 140 articles on mindset, attraction marketing, website traffic, and social media recruiting. And in the last 12 months, I've been to Vegas 3 times on business. I've been asked to speak at a social media event, which I will be attending next Thursday, the 27th. And I guess that's next Thursday, the 27th. And in April 2018, I was at an event in Scottsdale, Arizona, where I got to visit my beautiful family who I hadn't seen in about 6 years. That's my dad's sister and my 2 cousins. So that was a great time for everybody. And it was a business expense because I was at an event. So you're probably thinking, okay, Cecilia, yeah, that's all well and good, but will this work for me? Well, guess what? This is my friend Paul. I believe Paul lives in Minnesota. I know it's somewhere on the other side of Mississippi. I'm in Ohio, so he's on the other side of the Mississippi. And Paul says, Cecilia is amazing at what she does. If you guys haven't yet, or you're having doubts about your business, please reach out to her if you're serious about growing your brand. She's a true entrepreneurial spirit that can help your business and the brand of you thrive. And once again, had it not been for online marketing and attraction marketing, I would have never met Mr. Paul North. And this is Kim, who's on the line with us today. Kim says, this program is really helping me in more ways than I realize. I do see where I've kind of missed the mark in my efforts to be successful as a home-based business owner. The videos keep me interested in learning what I don't know, and they're really helping me develop the mindset I need to do this. I can picture myself walking away from my corporate job in the next few years. And once again, I've met Kim online. I've known her about 2 years, and online is definitely the way to go. And like she's mentioned, she's doing her daughter's hair. And as her kids grow, she's going to want to do more things with them. And with this business that we're going to share with you here shortly, and Kim's going to talk about, she will be able to do exactly that. So yes, if you're asking, will it work for you? Of course it will, if you're willing to put in the work. All right. So as I said, keep calm. We're not talking 4 figures. We're not talking 3 figures. We're not even talking $50, right? So just keep calm, stay until the end. And this is where you need to pull your pen and paper out and get ready to take some notes. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water because we're getting ready to get into the nitty gritty. So let me tell you first why I got out of the products business. And when I go through this list, if any of these things that I'm getting ready to share with you resonate to you, type the number in the comment that that is something that's familiar to your network marketing business that you either have going now or that you've had in the past. So the first reason why I got out was the cost. I had to be on a monthly auto ship for a certain amount of product every month. For the companies that I was with, it was usually anywhere from $100 to $150 a month. Now, for that cost, I was getting too much product. It was too much for me as a single person to use in a 30-day period, which meant by the end of the month, I had to order more product, but I still had product left over from the previous month. So what was that doing? Every single month, I was collecting more inventory. So as I collected more inventory, I was like, okay, I'm building up. Like at the end of 3 months, I actually had a whole month's worth of product built up in inventory because it was just too much for me to use in 30 days. And I found that it was really hard to sell. So since it was hard to sell, I started doing giveaways. I would give away the product and I would actually ship it, and I would just ask people to give me a testimony. Well, what I found is they would pay shipping and handling, they would get the product, but then it was like pulling teeth to get their testimony. Then I started doing trade shows, and I was like, I do not like this. I do not like the unpacking and the repacking and the whole selling process of being behind a table, and then you have to give people samples. It was just too much. And then the biggest reason for me why I got out of the products business is because of rejection. Nobody likes hearing no. It's bad to the psyche. It like gives you like mentally, it just brings you down. So that's when I was like, okay, the products selling business is not for me. Now, a lot of the companies that I've been with, in some instances, I still use their products, but I'm a customer, no longer a distributor, associate, or consultant. So that's why I got out of the products business from my perspective. If any of this resonates with you, give me the number in the chat box. So that's when I learned about income shifting and how it changed my life. So what is income shifting? Income shifting is where you shift your money from your tax return to your paycheck. What has that done for me? Well, the first thing it did is it allowed me to pay down my bills. And once I paid down my bills, I was able to save more money. And when I lost my job in corporate America in March of this year, I had a pretty nice nest egg, and still do, actually, because I'm now doing my business full time. I'm offering coaching, and I'm still using the strategies that I was taught with income shifting. And I have a pretty good credit score, by the way, too. Actually, funny story. Let me go back. Funny story. So I just ordered my dad a winter coat because he's gotten a little chunky. So he needs a new coat. And I was on Amazon ordering his coat. And of course, you know how they give you the offer to apply for their credit. Well, of course, since I'm unemployed, I don't really want any more credit. My credit I have is good. I don't need any more. And even as I make more money, I still prefer not to have more credit. But it was nice to get approved and to know that I can get it when I need it. So it's kind of like when we talked about, or maybe I talked about in my video today, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And all this while I'm unemployed, that's pretty cool, right? So without income shifting, most people end up like this. And this is a sad scenario. Think about the person that you see in Walmart. And I think about this all the time. Are they there because they want to be? Or are they there because I have to be? They have to be, excuse me. So don't blame the baby boomers for not retiring. Unfortunately, they just can't afford to. You know, I went back, I'm gonna go back to the video that I watched earlier this evening about my city, the city of Dayton, that was on Frontline. And if any of you want that link, put it in the chat box. And when I get through with the webinar, I'll go ahead and put that link in there. But it's a really sad story. I mean, think of all the things, and if you don't know, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. The Wright brothers came out of Dayton, Ohio. The cash register came out of Dayton, Ohio. And for my old school funk players, the Ohio players came out of Dayton, Ohio. The little tab on the Coke cans, the 7-Up cans, that tab, Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio at one point had more patents than any other city in the entire country. And now 34.5% of the population is below the poverty level. So let's not end up like this, people. Once again, keep calm, stay tuned, because you are going to get some good information. And Kim's story, like I said, you're going to really enjoy hearing what she has to say as well. So let's not end up like this, and be at Walmart because you want to get out the house, not because you have to. So how does this all work? So there's 5 steps for an online business. Step number 1 is you need to find a need or a problem to solve. Step number 2 is you need to create or leverage the solution to that need or problem. Step number 3 is you need to drive traffic to that solution to build an email list. Step number 4 is to follow up with your new leads. And step number 5 is make the offer. So we're not going to act like you haven't been on webinars before. But once again, the offer that I have is so stupid simple. Kim will share it with you in the end. And it has an immediate benefit for you and your lifestyle. So let's talk about how this all works. What do most people want? The need or problem that I'm here to solve. Most people working want to make more money and or leave their job. So I am here to, number 2, show you how you can do either or both. Number 3, advertise for this free offer. Most of you are here because you went to a Facebook ad or a ManyChat that I sent you the link to go ahead and get signed up. And then I emailed you. I emailed you an hour before, and I emailed you to say, hey, we're live. So we're going to get to the make offer part. But once again, don't get overwhelmed. I mean, we're talking something that's super, super, super simple. And if you're working today, you need this in your life, as I'm sure Kim will share with you in a second. All right, so let me show you. Where does your dollar go? If you are single and making $50,000 a year, you only get to keep 58.05% of that dollar. After that, 25% of your income goes to federal income tax. 25%. That is huge, people. Huge. 25%. So if we're going to make any adjustments to our income, it needs to be in federal taxes. So how does that work? So before I found out about income shifting, this is how I would fill out my W-4. So this is where I'm showing you step 2, how to solve this problem. So I would fill out just 1 because I'm single with no kids. So the total number of allowances that you're claiming, for me, was always 1 until I found out the strategy I'm about to show you right now. So once I found out about my income shifting, I realized that there's a worksheet. The allowances that you claim have nothing to do with the number of people that live in your house. If that's like mind-blowing and you're like, oh, I didn't know that, give me a 7 in the comments. So once I looked at the worksheet, which is page 3 of the W-4 that hardly anybody, nobody's too broad, hardly anybody thinks to ask for. As me, I get to file 1 for myself. I get to get 1 because I'm single and I only have 1 job. I don't get the child tax credit. I don't get the credit for other dependents. And what that is if you have custody of your grandkids or your nieces or nephews, something like that. So unless you have legal custody, most people don't do that either. And I don't have any other credits. So I'm already up to 2 just by learning my income shifting. So I've increased my allowances. Remember, we're talking allowances, not people in your house. I've doubled that just by filling out this worksheet. So let's think about if you have kids. Like Kim, she's got 2. She may have, which she'll share with you, have only been claiming her 2 kids and herself. That's 3 people. But if you look at this, if If your total income is less than, is between 68,801, look, I got my glass on, I still can't see, and 101,401, and you are married, let's see, look, I can't read it. So I'm gonna let you read it so that way you can. But anyway, okay, I think this one, you can read this to see what you can do if you have kids. You can either claim 2 per child or 4 per child, depending on where your income lies. All right, so once again, I'm at 2, but that's just the top half of page 3 of the worksheet that's attached to your W-4. This is the bottom half. These are deductions, adjustments, and additional income. So enter your estimated itemized deductions, and this is hypothetical, and this is my disclaimer. I am not a tax professional or an accountant, but I know how to read. But please take this up with your tax professional or accountant, and I'm sure they will share with you the same or similar information that I'm sharing with you right now, and they will help you fill it out based upon your personal situation. So hypothetically, so my estimated deductions in 2018 are $15,000. My allowance is $12,000 because I'm single. 15 minus 12 leaves me $3,000. And then this is where it gets interesting. Line 4, it says, enter an estimate of your adjustments to income and any standard deductions for your age of business. So hypothetically, I put in $10,000. So let's think of what goes into that $10,000. So these are all your adjustments. So if you are a business owner, which is where the bottom half of page 3 is most critical, your adjustments, events. I've been to 3 events, about to head to a 4th here so far this year. So if you travel for these events, you get the travel, which could be airfare or mileage on your car, hotel accommodations, food while you're there. If you do 2, 3, 4 events a year, $10,000 is really not unreasonable. And then let's do it like the professionals do. Take your family. Now your event becomes a family vacation. That is an adjustment to your business income. All right, so this hypothetical scenario, let's add 3,000 and the 10,000, I get 13,000. Now number 6 is where it also gets interesting. Enter an estimate of your 2018 non-wage income, such as dividends or interest. What this is the income that you expect to receive from your business. Once again, disclaimer, I'm not a tax accountant or I'm not a tax advisor or an accountant. However, if you file a Schedule C, you need to put a number in this row 6 if you plan on making money from your business, which of course is the plan, right? However, if you are a corporation, you do not need to put a number here. Disclaimer, I'm not a tax accountant or an advisor. I just know what works in my state. And since this is a federal government form, I'm pretty sure the rules are the same for you as well. So corporations is the way to go. All right, so then number 7, add 5 and 6. Subtract 6 from 5, and my number is still 13,000 because I'm a corporation. All these numbers are hypothetical, but 6 is definitely for real. So 13,000. All right, so take 13,000 divided by 4150 is 3 and some change. You round down is 3. Add it to my 2 from above, and what is my new allowance? 5. So it says to enter this number here on page 1. So based upon the analysis that I just went through, I just took my allowances, not the number of people in my house, my allowances, my withholdings from 1 to 5. That means that I'm bringing home more money in my paycheck. I'll get a lesser of a tax refund, but I'm cool with that because I'd rather have it on my own paycheck. And let's look at why. If that was also mind-blowing, give me an 8 in the comments if you're like, wow, because that surely blew me away. So let's look at the average tax refund for 2017 was about $3,100. If you went to a financial institution and asked them to loan you $3,100 for 12 months, which is basically what you're doing to the government when you pay higher than what you're supposed to in taxes, you're giving them a loan. The difference between the loan that you'll get from a financial institution and the one you give to the government is that the government is not going to pay you any interest. However, if you go to a financial institution and ask for a personal unsecured loan, meaning you don't have any collateral, the average interest rate you'll pay is 19.5%. And I know I'm talking to my left brainers, but right brainers, I know you're right there with me because you can feel this, right? I mean, is this not crazy? So over the course of 12 months, you would have paid $339.28 in interest. You're going to pay back the principal because that's what you have to do, but you're going to pay back almost $340 just in interest. Well, guess what? The government's only going to give you the $31.20. You're not getting any of this interest, and you're going to be paying $288.27 to get this same loan that you're giving the government interest free. Are you like mind blown? I know I was, and I was kind of pissed off too. All right, so let's look at some testimonies, and then I'm going to bring Kim on to share her story. So this is the testimony. I received my pay increase today. Great. How much? $60.97. You get paid weekly or biweekly? Weekly. So that would be an extra $250 a month. The car note will be the first to go. And then here's Kim and I. Kim says, I did a video on my econ, which I'm about to share with you now, and she's going to jump right in. She said, it's a great business. Income shifting has helped me. And I said, I'm glad you're getting the benefits. Kim said, my paycheck saw an increase of $150 per pay, period. And then I said, all by change your W-4, right? And Kim said, that's it. I'm working on my credit repair now. So with that, we're going to take a pause for the cause and let Miss Kim go ahead and share her story. You are up, my friend.
Well, good evening. Thank you, Cecilia. I appreciate you allowing me to speak with your audience. Again, everyone, my name is Kim Dart, and I'm a native of Michigan. I grew up in Wisconsin, but I now live in Indiana. So go figure that one. I just love Midwest states. So I'm currently a MyEcon business partner. My network marketing journey actually began in 2012. And it was in a telecommunications firm. And I tried it for a few years. It just didn't work for me. I kind of dabbled in some other businesses where I had more success. However, my passion wasn't there. And I came across MyEcon, and even when I signed up, I didn't like go head first into it. It took me about 60 days, and then I realized, you know what, you better get on this and take care of that W-4. And I know, I had been speaking with Cecilia, and I let her know I ended up having a $300 a month increase. And since that time, I've taken that money, I've paid off 2 debts, I've paid down my car note, and I paid it down to the point where I was like, you know what, I told my kids, I want to go back to my SUV. So, so I went to the car dealership, and they gave me, more than what I owed on, more than what I owed on the car. So I got a great interest rate, and I got a new truck. It's new to me. So, and we just loved it. And I honestly don't think I could have done that without having the knowledge that MyEcon brought me. I think one of the things that I love about the company is they have so much training. It's such it's an easy business. Yeah. It's just that you have to apply what you're being taught. And the fact that this was the first business out of all the ones I've tried where I felt like this has a purpose. It's not just for me, it's not just for my kids and my legacy, but this is for my community. This is for, the young people coming up. I'm going to get my kids involved in it, and it's just something, these are life skills that we need to learn. And other cultures, they've been knowing this for centuries, and I just felt like, why aren't we learning this stuff? And once we do learn it, why aren't we teaching it to our kids and, to other kids in our communities, in our churches and things like that? So, I was listening to one of our leaders who was holding a session earlier this week. And he said, you know what? He said, your tax refund, that's just the government holding your money. That's coming from your wallet. And so it's like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you allow the government to hold your money where you can't get it until they're ready to disperse it, when you can be getting it all throughout the year? You can be taking care of business. You can be creating emergency funds. You can be saving money to go on trips for your family, with your family. And, you know, you can do all the things that you dream of doing. And, you know, just being able to do it from from a business owner standpoint, you know, the tax advantages are just out of this world. They're phenomenal. So, and like you said, Cecilia, you know, it's when they're not asking for a 3-digit figure to start it. They're, you know, it's barely it's not even $50. So, you know, this is just, it's common sense. And when you believe and when you know you have common sense and you hear common sense, you just have to go with it.
Yeah.
So, but I've been blessed with this business. This is the one I see taking me, you know, into retirement, or out of corporate America, you know, within the next several years. And like I said, this is something I'm going to pass on to my children, you know, and I want them to see you don't have to work for corporate America. You just got to work for yourself, and you have to do what you need to do, you know, to live the lifestyle that you want. And we're on our way. So with that, I just want to thank you again, Cecilia. You have been such an amazing mentor and friend to me over these past 2 years. And I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much.
Well, Kim, I thank you and appreciate you because I've always been a person that wanted to be of service. And even when I was in the products business, I was always telling people, this product can help with that. It can give you more energy. You'll sleep better. You know, I can't make any medical claims because, of course, you get in trouble. But this is one of the first companies since my departure from the product business to where I really feel like I'm making a difference. And, you know, in our community, there is no Rockefeller money. I saw a video, or no, I'm sorry, I watched a webinar with my mentor. In other communities, the dollar stays in that community and shifts around over 20 times before that single dollar leaves the community. In our community, it's like 3 times before that dollar is on to something else. And most of the time, it's on designer clothes, concert tickets that we can't afford. It's not doing anything to actually benefit our lives. So that's what I like.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we're able to really teach people financial education. And as a twice educated college degree person, I am not saying anything about the benefit of education. I am a staunch proponent of higher education. College isn't for everybody, but you have to have a skill. Get a trade, do something, because I do feel like having that formal education allows you to understand the benefit of educating yourself to be an entrepreneur. Cool.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm going to finish up this presentation. Kim, thank you so much. I so appreciate you. So let me go back to the screen share and we'll wrap it up. And once again, put your comments or questions in the chat box and I'll answer them then. And thank you again, Kim, for giving us your heartfelt testimony. I really appreciate you. And I thank the internet for bringing us together. So now, my friends, after everything that you've seen, are you ready to join us now? Because it's time for you to stop existing. It's time to live. And I'm telling you, I've had my best life ever. I mean, I've had some fun along the way. Don't get me wrong. It's been a nice run that I've had. And I won't tell you my age, but I'll tell you my dad says I'm on the dark side of 40 or the light side of 50. But it's time to have fun. And since leaving or getting out of corporate America, these last 6 months have been nothing short of phenomenal for the lives that I've been able to change and the people that I've been able to reach. And I personally am humbled that people actually really want to learn from me and hear what I have to say. So let's get on it. How does that happen? Well, the first thing I want you to do is focus on the goose, and the golden egg will take care of itself. Who's the goose? The goose is you. And as Kim just said, once she focused on herself and her My Econ business, she found her golden egg. Less debt, able to upgrade her car, good interest rate. All those things are a benefit of focusing on the goose. And you are the goose, my friend. All right, so here is the link, www.successwithcecilia.com/mymoney. And my name is spelled a little different than most, so just go ahead and write this down. So let me break it down for you. The monthly cost of My Econ is $34.95. That's like $1.20 a day. It's less than $500 a year. As Kim just told you, and from the clients that I personally have worked with, the average monthly savings that they get from their W-4 is $300 a month. That means that your yearly membership is paid in full in less than 2 months. Now, it'll still come out in increments of $34.95 a month, but the savings that you get, pay for it in 2 months, less than 2 months. And then as Kim mentions, the benefits you get of being a business owner. Let's talk about these, because I took advantage, not advantage, but I took advantage of these businesses when I would travel for corporate America, or I would go to events like career fairs for corporate America. So some of the things that you get to take off your meals, your travel, hotels. You can employ your children. So if your children, I believe the age is 22, if your children are 22 years or younger, you can actually pay them a salary. If that salary is less than $12,000 a year, not only do they not, I repeat, they do not have to file taxes, you can claim their salary as a tax deduction to your business. Now, how's that for getting them to do their chores? All right, so once again, that's the link, www.successwithcecilia.com/mymoney, and you click on the button to get started. So I told you at the beginning of this webinar, and now you know how to maximize your take-home pay with a home business, how to have a home business without selling physical products, and you know that what I showed you can help you in your professional and business life. So if you'd like me to personally help you implement everything we've gone over today, I would be so happy and excited to do so. And here's how we'll do that. You go to www.successwithcecilia.com/mymoney. Because at the end of the day, it is your money. I mean, let's think about it. You're bringing home an extra $300 a month, even if you use half to pay down your debt and put the other half in savings. What happens when you have a flat tire? What happens if you need a new furnace or a dishwasher or a refrigerator or a washer dryer or maybe just a microwave? If you're letting that money go to Uncle Sam, you can't say, hey, Uncle Sam, I know I've been paying you out of my paycheck, but I need that money back before February 1st or February 15th, whatever you get your tax returns. Yeah, right, okay? But if you have it there for yourself, you can take care of yourself when you need to. And it's your money. Like, what is that, J.G. Wentworth? It's my money and I want it now. You got some funny out of that. Put a 9 in the comments. All right, so in the beginning of this presentation, I said I have a gift for you, and now I want to tell you more about it. I want you to get started successfully by learning how to use attraction marketing strategies starting immediately. This is completely free and available to everyone on our team. And before I get too deep into this, this is my personal link. If you are on this webinar because someone referred you or someone asked you to be here, get in touch with them to get their link to get started. So if Kim brought you here, thank you, Kim, for inviting others. Don't use my link, use Kim's link. But if you're here because of me, then go ahead and use this link, but get in touch with Kim, or if there's someone else who invited you here, don't use my link, use theirs. That's how we build our business. We bring people here who are on the fence or unclear or newbies who don't exactly know what to say. We do this type of webinar. I do mine on Sunday. My upline, Robert, does his on Wednesday. And then his, another person in our group that is on the same level as Robert, they do theirs on Thursday. All right, so with that being said, let's keep it moving because your time is important. All right, so there's my link again, but if you're not here from me, call the person, email them, message them, smoke signal them. All right, so what the attraction marketing bonus includes. You get 3 one-on-one coaching calls. That is one-on-one working with someone that will teach you how to market your new MyEcom business. That has a value of $1,297. You're going to get access to our exclusive members-only Facebook communities. There's 2 of them, mine and my upline, Robert. Excuse me. And I forgot to add, you'll get access to our Facebook Messenger group as well. That has a value of $997. You will get weekly training on how to market and use MyEcom. That occurs in our private members-only Facebook group. And you'll get the weekly webinars like this one I'm doing for you right now. There's 3 of them. And that has a value of $337. So for your investment of $34.95, you're getting a value of over $4,000. This is almost 10 times your yearly investment. And you get these webinars to bring your new people in, and it's good for you as well, because now you know how to talk the language, you know how to walk the walk and talk the talk. You've heard that before. So that when you are talking to people, you know exactly what to say without sounding like a slimy salesperson. So if what I've shown you today, if you think you can do this without sounding slimy, give me a 10 in the comments. I think that's what we're up to right now. So here are some other bonuses. As a part of my econ, you get the smart credit system. As you saw in one of Kim's testimonies, she said after she paid down debt, she started working on her credit. I actually did a video on YouTube, and you can watch it. It is the 9 benefits of having good credit. Having good credit makes all the difference in the world. It helps when you're getting a credit card to get a lower interest rate. It helps when you are going to buy a car, as Kim mentioned. It gives you leverage. It just opens up a world to you when you're going to buy a house. You will definitely get a better interest rate and may even be approved for a higher amount, meaning a better house if you have better credit. So our smart credit system teaches you how to do exactly that. You're also going to get the cash flow manager and tax record keeping system. That is where you enter your expenses and your income for your business into the worksheet on a monthly basis. And you can then download to look at a profit and loss statement. You can do it monthly, you can do it quarterly, but most importantly, because now you are a business owner, you can download your whole year of business expenses and income and send that over to your accountant instead of showing up with a shoebox full of receipts. And I can tell you, when an accountant has to do your taxes for you, it's a whole lot easier with them working with something similar to an Excel spreadsheet than it is for him to have to go through all your paper receipts, and he'll save money as well. We also offer you the debt elimination software that comes in conjunction with our cash flow manager and tax record keeping system. Once you start getting more money on your paycheck, we show you how to use that money to eliminate your debt. And then what's most important to me right now is the investment education system. Because I'm not working, I'm not putting into the system. So I need to know what to do with the money that I'm making so I can continue to live the lifestyle that I have become accustomed to in my retirement. So when I was working, I could put my money in my 401k. Now that I'm not working, I need to know where to put my money to get the biggest bang for my buck. And just so you know, because of my tax bracket and my income that I've made over the last 25 years as an engineer with the MBA, I'm tapped out on Social Security. So that amount is like $2,400 a month. I don't know about you, but I can't live off of $2,400 a month now, let alone when I am whatever retirement age is by the time I get there. So having an investment education system tells you how to make sure that you are as comfortable in your life now as you are when you retire. And then the last thing, which I think is really fun, is the Cashback Mall. The Cashback Mall is where you are your own Ebates. Not only do they give you discount for shopping at stores that you already shop at anyway. I just went to Office Depot earlier today, and not only had I earned almost $20 in points from Office Depot, I also was able to get a discount on my online purchase as well. So I walked in Office Depot, picked up my online order, walked out, and I didn't have to open my purse, okay? And then the other thing the Cashback Mall offers you is coupons. There are coupons, at least $250 or more in coupons every week in the Cashback Mall that you can download, print, and take to the store. The coupons that you get in the Cashback Mall alone, outside of income shifting, pays for your $34.95 a month. All right. And then finally, these are my webinar only bonuses. For those of you that are attending here with me live, I did say I had a special gift for you. So the webinar only bonuses, I am going to give you the Online Marketing Mad Libs worksheet to help you discover exactly who are you talking to. You know, in traditional marketing, they're like 3-foot rule, everybody's your customer, always listen and figure out a way to interject your product, service, or opportunity. Well, guess what? Everybody is not your customer. So for instance, in my econ, the basis of what we focus on is income shifting. We want you to get more money out of your paycheck first and foremost, so you can use that money to then pay down your debts, save, and invest. However, if you don't have a job, that doesn't mean that you can't be part of my econ because of the other things that I mentioned we offer. However, are you my target? No, unfortunately, you're not. And we teach you with the Mad Lib how to discover your target audience. Also, as a part of this webinar bonus, you get a resort vacation to your destination of choice. That's the link. These are both of my links, and you're getting them as part of this webinar. I'm not going to post them anywhere else, so I'm giving you a second to write them down. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of my drink. Oops, I mean a sip of water. So those are the 2 webinar bonuses that I am giving you for taking your time to be with me here this evening. And then the third thing I'm offering, because I am so confident that you will increase your income from your paycheck, unless you're already cheating on your W-2s. And if you're doing it and you don't know what you're doing, you could end up in some trouble. So if you are not cheating, hypothetically, and you adjust your W-4 based upon the training that you get for being in our tribe and on our team, I give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, when you sign up with my econ, I believe they tell you you get 3 days to make a decision. But if you sign up with me on my team, and I'm sure Kim and the other people on here that have been referred have their own offers as well, then you will, on my team, get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if in 30 days you have not made enough with income shifting on your W-4 to pay for your monthly membership, then I'll give you your membership fee back if you can prove that nothing's changed to the better for you in 30 days. So these are the 2 links you get by being here. And this is my personal guarantee if you sign up under me. Once again, get back with the person who referred you, because I'm sure they have some fabulous offers for you as well. All right, so let's remember, this is not for everyone. I told you in the beginning who this is for. So as I'm reading through this list, I want you to ask yourself, and this is really, really important. Ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be. If your answer is no, then you must be able to follow directions, because they're simple. Like Kim says, you got to do the work. You got to be willing to put in the work. You must be dedicated to yourself, because I can't want it more than you do. And you must have a deep passion to use your business to change your life. I just told you a story about the city that I've lived in since 1996 and how we are half the city that we were before, and 35% of the population is at the poverty level or below. And I just wanted to go to those people and say, $35 can change your life. But I am a person of service, and if it's meant for me to run into anybody that's willing to make this change for themselves, I am here to support and help. So, all right. We're almost done, so hang in there with me. Keep calm. It's almost over. So if you're wondering, why do I do this? Well, as I mentioned, I want to be of service first and foremost. I always worry about the goose, and the goose is the people that I run into. You are your own goose. And when you take care of the goose, the golden eggs will show for themselves. And never before, I mean, God has always been a big part of my life, but this is the first time that I've ever been unemployed. And the only thing that I've done to actively seek a job is go do what's required of me to get my unemployment. I mean, if a job opportunity presents itself, I don't just look for the unemployment requirement, but if a job opportunity presents itself, I apply for it. But I can tell you, I'm not stressed by the grace of God. You know, stress comes from a spirit of fear. And this is the first time in my life that I can say that I'm unemployed and I'm not scared. And I praise the Lord and thank you, Jesus. And I want to show you too how to build your own safety net. I also want to show you that what I gave you today, you can do without struggle, without overwhelm, without wasting time or money, and you can start getting results right away. So once again, let's talk about what you're getting if you go ahead and get started this evening. You get 3 one-on-one coaching calls. That's $12.97. You get access to our 2 Facebook groups and our messenger bot. That's $9.97. You get weekly training on how to market and use my econ in our Facebook groups. That's $14.79. And you get 3 webinars just like this every week that you can invite people to show them the business. And every one of us that does these webinars, we always say, as I'm going to say again, if you were invited, get back with the person that invited you. If I invited you, that's my link at the top of this page. Then you also get the smart credit system to improve your credit. You get the cash flow manager and tax record keeping system, which manages your expenses and your income, gives you profit and loss statements, and gives you a quick and easy way to get your information to your accountant. And yes, you are a business now. Please get an accountant. Gone are the days of using TurboTax. Please and thank you. All right, you get the debt elimination software to show you what to do with the extra money, and you get the investment education system, so that way you can build your own retirement nest egg, and the cashback mall where you get coupons you can use to take to the store, along with discounts for shopping online, which I know you already do anyway. And then, of course, we have our webinar only bonuses, which is the Mad Libs worksheet. If you don't know who your customer is, you will always be in recruiting and prospecting mode. Once you identify your customer and then you implement the attraction marketing strategies that we're going to teach as being part of our team, people will come to you. You will no longer be chasing them down. You get a resort vacation to your destination using this link right here, and this is for everybody on this webinar. And these vacations start off at a 70% discount from what you would get if you paid for it yourself. And last but not least, if you join as part of my team, you do get the 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're on this because you're referred by someone else, please get with them because I'm sure they have something similar as well. So if in 30 days, look, I got to go to karaoke after I get out here. If in 30 days you have not made your monthly membership fee of $34.95 back by properly completing your W-4, then I will give you your money back. So how do you do it? successwithcecilia.com/mymoney. That's simple, my money, because it's your money. Use it when you need it, right? Once you click on Get Started, you'll be taken to a few pages to enter your personal information. When you get to this page, I want to tell you about the different enrollment methods. There's this membership, which is $47.90. The $47.90 gives you 1 year membership in the Cashback Mall. If you decide that you don't want the Cashback Mall, that's fine. Just put your initials in this box and you will not have the Cashback Mall, but you'll have the benefits of everything else that I discussed with you. But why wouldn't you want the Cashback Mall? I mean, that's like a no-brainer. Really? You don't want the Cashback Mall? Aren't you shopping online anyway? Get some money back. And use those coupons. I know you go to the grocery store. So I'm going to close tonight because I want to keep it as close to time as possible because I do value you and I thank you. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know your time is valuable and I really appreciate that you decided to spend it here with me. So if you want to get in touch with me, support@successwithcecilia.com. Simple as that. If you're ready to get started, www.successwithcecilia.com. Everyone who started gets everything that I shared with you for being part of our team. Even if you come on under Kim, you are still welcome in our Facebook groups and in our Messenger bot. That's not a problem. The only thing that you won't get that I can't promise you is the 30-day money-back guarantee. I've already given you the links to the Mad Lib worksheet so you can identify your ideal customer, and I gave you the link to schedule your own destination vacation to a resort, not a hotel, to a resort at your convenience. You can schedule these destinations, and I believe you have 18 months to take them, and they're 70% off of what you would pay if you tried to do it yourself. So those links are webinar only. And then also, as I mentioned, I do this on Sundays. Robert, my mentor, does this on Wednesday, and then his friend does his on Thursday. I believe theirs are at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but if you want those links, you got to get on our team. All right, so I'm going to stop the screen share so I can give you, Kim, a heartfelt thank you. My friend, I so appreciate you this evening. You are, kudos to you, my dear. Thank you very, very much, everyone. I am going to check the chat box to see if there's any questions. I hope I was pretty succinct in sharing everything. Well, hello, Felisa. Thank you for coming on and joining us here. Let me check Q&A, see if there's any questions. All right, so first Q&A. So what does income shifting mean? Income shifting is where you are shifting your income out of Uncle Sam's grubby little paws and putting it into your wallet. That is what income shifting is. But we teach you how to fill out your W-4, and it is legal, it is moral, and it is ethical. Even the IRS says that people put too much money, take too much money out of their paycheck, and they really need to use that to invest, to save, and pay their bills. So that's what income shifting is. Okay, the next question, I'm just scrolling through. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you got value. Okay, the next question, what if I was referred? If you are referred, that's perfectly fine. If you are here and hearing the sound of my voice, just message me on Facebook. I will get you added to our private Facebook community. We are all about support. To be honest, Kim and I are not even on the same team. I am not her upline, but because she's my friend and we have the same dream and the same vision, and she sees the benefits of this program just like I do. She was more than generous to help me out here tonight. So thank you again, Kim. Much appreciated. Okay. Great value. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't know this. Trust me, I didn't know either. And like I said, I was a little pissed off when I found out. I'm thinking of all the years I got tax returns. And then I thought of all the years that I played around with my W-4. Like, oh, I'm getting a bonus. I'm going to claim 6, knowing I ain't got no kids, right? But to be able to know how to do it legally and have it be recurring month after month after month has really been a benefit. So yeah, knowledge is power, people. I say everything. The more you know, the more you can charge. And I say that in my business. I say that with my clients. As an engineer working for my company, I could definitely command a higher salary than a different type of employee. And I'm not speaking down or negatively. All I'm saying is knowledge is power and power is money. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, more thank yous. More good information. Thank you, thank yous. Okay, what if I don't get started tonight? Well, if you don't get started tonight from this webinar, that's okay. One, I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's only $35, and I'm sure you can find $35 somewhere, but it's not for me to judge anybody's pocketbook, especially while I'm on unemployment. So if you don't get started tonight, that's totally fine. The only things that you will not get by not starting tonight, you will not get the Avatar Mad Lib, because you got to be in our private group to get that, and you will not get the benefit of the resort vacation. Everything else is out there for you. Okay. All right, I'm going through. There's a lot more thank yous and kudos. And let me say once again, you don't know how humbled I am to be able to share this information with you. You don't know how blessed I feel when I am able to help someone change the direction of their lives. You just never know when the economy is going to shift. And losing your job doesn't necessarily mean termination. It could be downsizing. It could be company closings. We just had a mall 2 weeks ago, Wednesday, shut their doors for good. And they have been around for over 100 years. Toys R Us, gone. There will never, ever in the history of, I shouldn't say never, ever, but probably not in our lifetime, will there ever be any more Toys R Us kids. Do you know how sad that is? I was a Toys R Us kid. So a shift in your economy can happen at any time through no fault of your own. That's why the goal is to create your own economy with MyEcon. And if you don't have a team, feel free to join my tribe, join Kim's tribe. If someone else invited you, join their tribe. Because when one grows, we all grow. You know, my motto, learn, do, teach. So with that being said, it is 9:07. I thank you everyone who stayed on with the technical difficulties. Once again, Kim, I'm humbled and honored that you decided to do this with me tonight. And as we have been doing for the last 2 years, my friend, let's continue to grow together. Take care, everyone. Happy Sunday. Fix your W-4 tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you on the team.